God bless everybody. Thank everybody for coming on to the ladies' night on tonight. And tonight's is about hands on our business. We're working together in getting our businesses started, and we're doing this together, step by step by step. So I'm going to go ahead on and pull up the agenda for today. Okay. Hands on your business. Hope that was motivational enough for you guys. So our agenda today is we're going to be doing our second step to legally owning our business. We're going to know what we need and the cost. We're going to name 2 things we found about each entity for those who did search, or if you had time to search. I know it's the holidays, so we're not going to be too hard on you with that. Going online together, filling out the forms, like the articles of incorporation or articles of organization. And Shayla's going to help us with that on today. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to bring to our attention now, first of all, we're getting a lot of information doing these sessions here, and getting a lot of information can be challenging. So just bear with me. And when I say challenging, I'm just trying not to use the word boring. Okay. Okay. So we have the things that we know we need is the IRS phone number, and that's so we can get our EIN number for our business. That's free, of course. Then we need the state registration information, the online physical office contact information. We need the tax office. Well, let me go back. The state registration information is because, like what Shayla is going to show us tonight, because that's where we have to go in order to register your business. You can go online and register your business at your state, called the Secretary of State. Okay, then we need to have our tax office information, because when you start your business, you're going to have to sign up for your state, local, and the local and federal taxes for your business. We have to know the business address, our own business address, where we're doing business out of, whether it's your home or you have a physical location, or you're going to set up a virtual location address. You have to have your business phone number. If you don't have it, first off, don't worry about it, because I don't have a business phone number. I just use my cell phone as my business phone number. Your business email. Eventually we want to get professional with that, where we have our business name, our Angela at Power, Praise, and Passion, like that. We want to make it more professional, because when you start going for different things like getting a car in your business name, or wanting to get a loan or anything like that, everything going to have to line up. Everything going to have to be as it is a business. Okay. Everything will have to match. Okay, I'm choosing the entity. Hold on, let me make my screen bigger because I can't see. Oh, Andrea. Hold on, y'all. I am so sorry. I just saw that she is not on, and she's down there in the... I'll put you back up. Okay, there you are, Andrea. I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. And when I make my screen big. Huh?
I thought I was in the whole time.
Oh, okay. Probably because you could hear us. You just was backstage. Okay. I'm trying to make my screen bigger so I can see. Okay, so we're choosing the entity. What's best for you, when I was giving us the homework to check out the different entities, the LLC, the corporation, the partnership, the sole proprietorship, we check out that, get information about that, which you would think would be best for your business. I went with my business, with Power, Praise, and Passion. I went with incorporation. And with my husband's business, we went with LLC. And then we want to get get your costs ready for everything. Okay, so the cost that we're going to be putting into our investing into our company, of course, getting started is free for the EIN, the NAICS code is the national. What is it? The is it called National Amer? What is it called? National American. I forgot what it's called, but it's a code that identifies what your business is, and it kind of like make it specific what your business specifically focus on. And you can have more than one NAICS, but one will have to be your primary one. I have three, but my third one I didn't see it anymore, so I gotta look that up. But I have two that I've seen, and then but one is the primary one. The name reservation is, of course, at the Secretary of State as well, and it's $25 here in Georgia. The business bank account, most bank accounts start off with like $30 to start opening up a business bank account. Be mindful though, you have to make sure you search your banks, on YouTube, or search them, read the information, see what best fits you for your business. Um, then in Georgia, we have the newspaper advertisement. I don't remember having to advertise when I was in Virginia when I signed up for a business. I don't remember doing the newspaper thing, so I'm not sure if they have that. But here in Georgia, we got the newspaper advertisement, which is $40. That you have to let them know that you're opening a business, starting a business. The articles of corporation, which is at the Secretary of State, was $100. I'm not sure if it went down or if I just had a different price because I didn't do it myself. I paid somebody to do it. Um, um, Shayla was telling me that she thought it was 50, and I do know each year you have to go to the Secretary of State and um, re-register. What do you call it? re Keep it going, re-registering. And it's just $50 at that time. Then they talk about getting a registered agent, which is a registered agent is just somebody who's going to be in the office all the time. So if you get an important letter like from the courts or anything like that, that it's somebody there who can take that letter. I found out I could use myself as the registered agent, so I let that registered agent go and put my own name in that place, and that's free because you're using yourself. It costs if you use somebody else. Okay. So what we need to know. So we're going to go online, take a look at the Secretary of State together. If Shayla is ready, she can upload. Come on. I don't know if I have to move mines out the way. Let's see. Ooh, hold on. I have to get small again just so I can. Okay, so I'm gonna move this out the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna let Shayla show us the application at the Secretary of State.
So this is something that I've been working on a couple days. So I'm still kind of new in it. I did get to almost the end today, right before the payment section. But like I was telling Pastor Angela, I want everything to be uniformed. I recently got married, so I want my married name to be on my business, not my maiden name. I think that's very important. Um, yeah, and yeah, let me get to it. Let me present.
Okay.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
No.
Hold on.
No.
Let me see if I can pull it up. It must be this one. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Can everybody
Yeah,
see it
very small.
Is
Yeah,
it?
to me
It's
it's
in.
very small.
now? Yeah.
Hmm. Ooh,
Lordy.
let me see if I can up.
Ah,
You said it's very small. Is
cause
it?
you're using your phone, aren't you, Andrea? You turn it sideways, your phone,
Okay, I turn it sideways so I can see a little better.
a little
Okay.
Better
better.
than what it was.
Okay. So let me go back home. So the very first thing, let me go back to my regular screen. So the very first thing that's very important, the issue that it took me a while to come up with a business name, is because everything has to be unified, just like Pastor Angela said. Like my business is called Beautifully Broken. So I bought my Google domain through, of course, Google, and it's called beautifullyb.co because, of course, beautifullybroken.com was taken because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I had to create, go on all the social media platforms, see if beautifullyb.co was actually taken. So that takes a lot of the first work when you're trying to start a business because you want to be you want to be unified. You don't want to be called Beautifully Broken and then everything else is just a different name. So that took a good bit of my leg work. But now I'm in the process of trying to register my business. So I went to the Georgia State website. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes, I
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
So just go to online services. It's really, really simple. You have to create an account. I created an account yesterday. You're going to create or register a business. So these are the questions that it asks you. So I am creating a new domestic business. Business type. This is where Pastor Angela was saying you have to decide on the entity. I'm going to do Novice Pink. So Novice Pink, I have two businesses. So Novice Pink is going to be a domestic limited liability company. That's what I decided on for my company. So I'm going to scroll
Okay.
on. I'm going to scroll on down. Requested business name. I'm going to try Novice Pink LLC. That's the first one that I want to try. But me being who I am, I went ahead and researched. I was doing Beautifully Broken yesterday. I researched to see if there were any other businesses in Georgia called Beautifully that had Beautifully Broken LLC, and there isn't one. So that's going to be my first on that business. So I'm going to continue to go down and come up with some more names. Novice Pink, L. C. And then my last option, Novice Pink, liability company. And it'll stop you if it's not correct.
Meaning, what
Um,
what what would make it not correct?
so in the notes section, it states that the name of the business must contain one of the following designations. So what like Novice Pink, it has to be LLC or it has to be a liability company or LTD liability company. It gives you the options that you can choose from
Okay.
right here in the notes section.
Okay.
My business purpose, like Pastor Angela was saying, the NAICS code. Um, I'm just going to do like retail trade for my business. See, it says the name of the business must contain one of the following. So I need to go up and change the name. Um, it may just be the L needs to be capital. Let's try that. So my NAICS code, like I said, my first one is retail trade, and then my sub code. I'm just gonna click clothing and accessories retailers. And it's telling me again that something's not right with my name. I have to go back up and change it. So I'm gonna change that again. Novice Pink. Let's try LTD CO. LTD CO. Let's see if that works. Of course, my address. Let's see if it'll let me continue. So it's letting me continue. Of course, my primary address. I also do have an email address for Novice Pink, and it's just simple novicepink at Gmail. I have not bought that domain yet. I'm hoping it's available. And then I spent about $30 for my domain name, just depending on, I guess, the name and then the ending, the .com or the .co or the .org. It just depends on how much it'll be.
Okay.
And it's good for a year. Create register agent, just like Pastor Angela said, she's her own register agent. So I'm going to put myself down. I don't know if I did Holmes, but I'm gonna do Moses. I'm my own register agent. I don't know what last name I put. Hold on. Email address, novicepink at gmail.com. Of course, my address again. City, Decatur. Zip code. County, DeKalb. So I'm just using my home address because, of course, I'll be working out of my home until God blesses me with a nice little storefront. Organizer information, of course, myself.
Push that button that says principal type individual. Let me see what's under there.
Individual or business.
Or okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just gonna add, and let's see. By checking this box and continuing, I just agree to everything that I've entered. This document will be effective as the filing date of today. Authorized signature. Let's see if it'll let me continue. And it does. So this is all my information that I entered for my business. And of course, I would submit that. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, and it's just that simple. It'll go to the payment after I submit it, and it'll go to the state. They say it take I think like 5 to 7 days to go through, and that's it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. With your NAICS, did it have a space up here that you click on to find out what your thing is, or did you have to go totally to online and find it?
So I went online yesterday to research the codes, just to be sure. I know my cousin has a business and she's a graphic designer, and hers says graphic designer. So I was actually going to reach out to her to see how she actually did that, how she added that in. Unless it might be an option. I didn't go down all the options, but it took me a while to decide on my NC. It took me a while to decide on my code.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing.
I was like, well, what
Andrea?
Yeah, I got a question because I've been trying to. I tried to chat because y'all couldn't hear me. Then I couldn't get back chat, and I don't have no idea what I'm looking at. But I need to ask a question about the NACIS. What is that? Because when I had a business in Virginia, I ain't had to get no code.
That's the code to basically let them know what type of business that you are. Remember the codes I gave you? I still got it listed if you lost it, but I got the codes up for you for yours. I got your NAICS, remember? And that's just to let them know what type of business your business is. It's
Okay.
and it's kind of like putting it in a particular bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And
I did see some people because I like researching other people's businesses. Some people had unknown as well, so that's an option.
okay.
Unknown,
Okay.
That and that I think that unknown is for like whatever is legal that you can do, you're gonna do it.
right? I think so too. I think so too.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Okay, and so for
now,
the in, go ahead.
now for this right here, what am I looking at? What are you doing, Shayla?
So this is the state registration, how you register your business through the state.
Okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
all right. And if y'all want to go to the NAICS, you go to https colon / www.census, which is census.gov / NAICS. So you can get it again when you go back and look at the recording. So there
Yeah,
you have that. There you have that. Thank you, Shayla.
yeah.
And anybody have any questions?
So, register your business with the state. Um, makes you. What does that do for you in totality?
Go
Answer,
ahead, Shayla.
answer.
You.
Oh, for me, it allows me to make money, like, and then file through the state. I'm hoping that since this will be my first year, I'm hoping taxes will look, halfway decent, I guess. I don't know. It gives me like I can legally go to anywhere and like sell my product.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we
so this
just
is for license.
Yeah, you're licensed through the state. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hmm.
I understand then. All
Yeah.
right.
okay. Okay. And Sister Terry, you still with us?
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Wait. So wait a minute. Let me go back. So if I got my license through the city, I've I can sell through the city, but if I register through the state, I can sell anywhere in the state.
Yeah.
That would okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me see if we have need of what I have up here. What is this? The articles of I can't even see this. Can you all see that?
It
No,
is
it's
small.
real small.
It's
Oh,
small.
that thing is small. You might have to look at it later when you can pull it up on your phone and then enlarge it. But the articles incorporation, it have like that. The first article, they said it's like each section is considered an article, and the first section is it contains your name of your business name, and then the second one is the what is that duration? I can't see it either, y'all, and so forth and so forth. So when y'all look at it later, you'll see. I'm just putting it up there so you'll have a sample of what it's going to look like when you're completed, or what you have to complete. And this telling us what the articles of organization is. And because I can't see it, we can't read it till everybody can just hear it. I'm so sorry.
It's
So
okay.
the next time I know we're gonna have to make this a little larger. And for the LLC, everybody you have to have your operating agreement. Now the thing about that operating agreement, I've heard them, I've read is you're saying how your business is run and what your business is doing, opposed to you don't have operating agreement and you got to do what the state say do.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So you can look at some operating agreements and see how to write your operating agreements up so that you know what you want, how you want to run your business. This right here
So
tells us the management details and administration processes. Yes.
the operating agreement, they're giving it to us, or we coming to an agreement? They telling us, or we telling them, or we coming to an
You
agreement?
you're telling them. You're telling them what how your business is operating.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
And this is what you have to write up to give to who?
The operating agreement. Let me go get the I meant to bring the LLC in here so we can all see it. Hold
So
on.
that's
Let me
part
go
of
get it.
the LLC.
Say it again.
That's part of the LLC. What when you when you register for the LLC?
Yeah, your
Okay.
business have to have the you're gonna have to have you're gonna have to have like a church. Like a church have to have a bylaw, laws
Okay.
of the church, but your business have to have laws of the business, rules of the business, how the business operate and things like that. Why
Okay.
are operating agreements important? See that? Y'all got to read that because I can't give it to you. So small. Okay. Okay, and that's all I have for today. I didn't want to keep us long, but if we do have questions, please let us get it going, get some questions going, and get our answers. So we my thing is, I forgot to ask y'all, what did you learn? Did everybody get a chance to look up the difference between an LLC and an incorporation and all that good stuff?
Nope.
I ain't know you're supposed to do that.
I looked it
I
up
didn't
earlier.
hear it either.
Okay.
But I got a question about the operating agreement. If my business should expand, like, and I add something to it, um, do
Yeah.
I have to change the operating agreement or add an
I
amendment agreement?
I believe, yeah, I believe so because your business is expanding, you changing your, yeah, yeah. So and then everybody had to, because so everybody would know what's going on, how it's running, and I do believe you
Okay.
can change it. Do you know anything about that part, Shayla?
I do not. I have not heard anything about an operate. I would have to look that up. Operating agreement in Georgia.
Okay,
Hey, what's up,
okay,
dude?
okay. Now, um, let me see. I wrote a few things that I saw online
My
about the
bad,
differences
whoever was
between
listening.
the LLC versus the corporation.
Oh, now I can
Oh,
hear
there's an
y'all.
echo. Somebody need to put that. Andrea, I think you got something going on, Andrea, because it started echoing.
I cannot hear y'all. I don't know why that is. I had a phone call came in.
I don't know what happened either, Andrea. Okay, so let me keep on going so she could catch it at the on the recording. Okay, so they had the thing that I saw that they had the LLC is highly flexible management structure, flexible tax reporting options, and the corporation is recognized beyond United States. It preferred by outside investors and IPO. Then it says LLC, not preferred by outside investors and IPO, not recognized outside the U.S. Okay, y'all hear that, right? The corporation is a lack of flexibility in management structure, limited tax reporting options. Okay. Number 3, it says similarities. LLC and corporation, they shield personal assets from business liabilities and require separation of business and personal finances. Okay, so it's just letting us know that it keeps you separate. Your business is separate from your personal. So if your business gets sued, your personal don't get sued because it's your business is an entity like people. We're people. So your business is a separate entity, so you won't get sued if someone was suing your business. Okay. Then it said the tax choices. It says single owner LLCs can be taxed either as a sole proprietorship or a corporation. LLCs with more than one owner can be taxed either as partnership or corporation. Income from LLCs treated as sole proprietorship or partnership is reported directly on the owner's individual tax return. Okay. And then it says LLC versus corporation. Again, new corporations or LLC considering corporate taxation can choose between a C corporation or S corporation, which they sometimes call C corp or S corp, which S corp I know it has something to do with stocks. And S corp is considered a pass-through entity, which means the business itself isn't taxed. Instead, income is reported on the owner's personal tax return. Oh, I think that's because it's dealing with stocks and bonds. So people who have stock in it is considered the owner. So it's pushed through onto them, the stockholders. Y'all get that? That's what the taxes is pushed on to the stockholders. Okay. Business tax as a C corporation are not pass-through entities. Income is taxed at corporate level, and if dividends are distributed at the individual level as well. Did y'all get that? Okay. You don't have to decide what S corp status right away. You have 75 days after the formation of your business to file with the IRS. So that's all I got from looking at the difference between the LLC and the corporation. Now, of course, it's probably more, but that's where I stopped at with that. And I didn't look at sole proprietorship, and I didn't look at partnership. So did anybody else look at anything?
No.
Okay. Oh, Andrea's not in up here. Okay. All right. So that was something to look at there. So what we want to do is y'all go ahead and still put some time in to look up the differences of the entities. A lot of people have been putting in for LLCs. So we want to also get on YouTube and find out what's the difference between LLC or how is LLC taxes. Pull up all that kind of stuff in your spare time so you know what you want to do. Look up your NAICS as well, so and write it down in your safe place so you will know where to go back to it to keep that number, know that number, have that number for your business. Did everybody get 3 names at least for your business name, just in case somebody have your business, just like Shayla experienced, somebody has her business name as an email, so she couldn't use the email, right? That was it.
As a Google domain, they have beautifully broken. I wanted .com, but I have beautifullyb.co.
Okay.
Yeah. The Google domain. You can go on Google domain and look up a business name. That's where I bought mine from.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I meant to tell y'all too. I think I'm not sure I did on the other videos. You can look up your name to see if anybody has your name. You could go and search just by putting it in on YouTube, of course, on Google, on the different social media, and then it's another place. Did I tell y'all this already in the other videos? I cannot remember. It was another place that you can go to search.
I don't remember you telling us that.
I'm gonna have to remember to get that information where else you can go to find if somebody has your name. But of course, Right, because you don't want to get the name like she just ran into, and somebody already has her name in another area in social media or the email.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, next, not next week, but the next Tuesday we meeting. It's gonna be short and sweet. We're gonna give you the 5 things that you need, 5 divisions that you need for your business, which we're really talking about banking. Okay, to keep the structure of your business. So I hope everybody got something out of this today and is inspired to move on with your business, the next step of your business, next stage of your business. And any questions? Okay.
Do we have a deadline when we want to start these businesses?
Well,
I mean, register the businesses.
right. What'd you say?
Do we have a
There.
do we have a deadline on when we want to start these?
We're doing it step by step. So
Okay.
how fast your pace at your pace, you know.
Look, I'm trying to
hopefully,
push. I'm trying to push.
hopefully we all can keep up with you. Cause you
Look,
are on it. You're
yeah,
on it, but like you said, that was only I think it was 100 for us. But Shayla said it was she think
I
it was
think it's
50, right?
50. Yeah, I think it's 50.
Okay, that's not bad at all. Because I know it's 50 when you go back and re-up for the next year.
Yeah,
And
I won't
yeah,
know till I get to the end. So
so that's not bad to even they start getting it started. The hardest thing about getting it started is figuring out what is. That's not even hard if we copy off of somebody else and see what they're doing. Then you can reword it to what you want your business to do. You know, for the operating agreement. And God, I want to show y'all. Would y'all sit here a second? I go get the and show you with the LLC. Hold on.
So Terry, what type of business are you trying to start?
I I do crafts,
Oh, you
sewing
do crafts.
mostly.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
But I'm still working, so I have 4 years before I retire, and so
Mm-hmm.
I'm get mine's going. So by the time I retire, I can. For me, it's a hobby, but everybody keeps saying I should sell. So I'm gonna try it after I retire.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. God may bless you where you could retire before you was trying to retire. Because
I
Mm-hmm.
this is
know,
the season. This is the season that God is working on His people
Yeah.
for us
but
to
see,
get a move on. With it.
I didn't want to pressure myself because to me, this is
Yeah,
like I said, it's a hobby, and I don't want. And I know if I make it into um something that I have to work at 24/7, then I'm gonna drive
yeah,
myself crazy again. So,
right, right.
and then I ain't gonna want to do it.
Yeah, I understand that. So once you go with the state, the Secretary of State, they give
hmm
you the certificate. They give you the certificate of organization. Let me see if I can let y'all see that in the camera. Oh,
Oh Lord. Okay.
Okay.
So, oh,
I
okay.
like
These are
it.
good. Okay.
okay. I don't know. I hope I'm
Do you
getting where
ever
y'all can
have to
see.
use? Do you ever have to use that?
Um,
And
well, I haven't yet. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hear you.
Oh, I haven't. Have I yet? Oh. When I went to open up my bank account, because I opened up a bank account online, but I saw they had my social security number. And if they're using my social security number, that means I do not have a business bank account. So I went and opened up another one um with my bank.
Um,
And now it's got the EIN number and not my social security number as as a bank account thing.
okay.
And then the articles of organization. What was that I just showed y'all? certificate of organization. Then the articles of organization is, I don't know why they call it articles. I'm gonna have to look that up. But this is what the kind of, let me see.
Kind of hard to see that one.
See it a little bit.
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
uh, so each section is an article that contains the information. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let me see what else. And then, oh yeah, this is what you need to see right here. I'm so sorry. I might cut this out. I don't give everybody my his my business. Okay, this is it talks about, so what you're gonna have to have is the formation. It says limited liability company operating agreement of Final Dimensions Production LLC. This agreement is made effective on, and they left that date for you to fill it out. Then they got number one, formation, and then it talks about the formation. A limited liability company of the above name has been formed under the laws of the state of Georgia by filing articles of organization on such. The purpose of the business shall be carried on any activity which is lawful. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Any activity that is lawful under the jurisdiction in which it operates. The LLC may operate under a fictitious name or names as long as the LLC is in compliance with applicable fictitious name registration laws. Then talk about the term and whatever else. And then they go down number 2 and talk about the members. And then the members of LLC, it could be, it's 2 types of LLCs, which is the one member, which is yourself, or many members, which is you have the many members, I think, is like if you have stocks, owners, stock owner people or something. Then they got number 3, contributions, the capital contribution of each limited liability company member in exchange for their LLC ownership is, and then they got the owner's name, and the owner is 100% if you the single person, the only one, so you 100% ownership. Then they got profit and loss. Then they got distribution. Then they got management. Then they got registered agent. And then they got assets, records and accounting, banking, taxes, separate entity, indemnity, and exculpation. Exculpation meetings. You gotta have You gotta have, these is like the laws of what you're doing, what's going to be happening in your business with the meetings. The members shall have no obligation to hold annual or any other meeting, but may hold such meetings if they deem them necessary or desirable. So it's saying how your business is ran, dealing with the banking, dealing with the meetings, dealing with the amendments of the agreement, dealing with conflicts of interest, deadlock, whatever that is, dissociation of a member, dissolution, general provisions, and that's such and such, So, like I said, we just get a copy when you put in limited liability, limited liability operating agreement, and then push on the Google push images, and then it'll pull up the images of the limited liability agreements, where you can see how they wrote theirs and what they put in there and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's a lot of learning some different things too, especially when you want to learn too how to go with this tax stuff and share. What is it? If you want shareholders or you want people to put stock in, okay. So I think we got a bit of good information on tonight, and I hope we all were motivated and empowered,
of course,
and to move forward. Amen. Okay. So if there aren't any more questions, then we're gonna go ahead and cut it off for tonight. And we thank y'all for coming in. And please come back not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. We're gonna talk about the 5 bank accounts that you need to to
Wow.
to have the structure, to have your structure of your. It's not bad. Wait till you see what because it helps your business to run smoothly, helps you to keep up with what's going on. Right. But you'll like it. 'Cause I fell in love with it. And so now I got I'm gonna say one bank account because the other one's in my social security number. So now I'm gonna have to go find another one and do 4. And it could be still at the same bank, but it's different. Let's get
Different.
on that next week. Next Tuesday, the next Tuesday, not next Tuesday, but the next Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. Thank y'all for coming.
All
And we'll see y'all.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
right. Bye.